Tawanda, also known as TT, and you're watching Tawanda's Culinary and Crafting Creations, where I give you culinary tips and crafting ideas. If that is something that you think you would enjoy, please like and subscribe and join me. Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? I am doing very well. Had a good restful night last night, and today was a pretty good day, you know. I can't complain. Can't complain at all. I was talking to my brother, and it's still cold where he is. But here, it was in the 80s, nice and breezy outside. It was beautiful. So we had a good day. So today I'm going to do some pork chops. These are thin cut pork chops, and I'm gonna use this pineapple habanero glaze. It's a sauce, actually, like a mopping sauce, but I'm gonna use this to glaze my pork chops. It's pineapple habanero. I got this out of TJ Maxx. Sure did. If you go in TJ Maxx, go down there, Spice Aisle, they have a lot of stuff in there that is very interesting. So we're going to do a very simple seasoning. I'm going to put some of this roasted garlic infused oil on my pork chops. Of course, these pork chops have been washed and pat dry, okay? Want to make sure they're pat dry. You don't want water in your pan. They're very dry. Okay, also I'm going to put a little bit of salt on these. Of course, I'm going to put some pepper. I'm going to put some onion powder. And I am going to put, sprinkle some Italian seasoning on here too, simply because it's a pineapple habanero sauce, and those are really the main basic ingredients. So I thought adding a little Italian seasoning would give it a little bit of dimension to the flavor, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to put a little of this olive oil, yeah, it is olive oil, roasted garlic infused olive oil on my pork chops. And we're just going to kind of rub it in. And we're just going to turn them over. These are thin pork chops. Let me see if I can push you back a little bit, see if you can see the pan a little better. Yeah, that's good. So we're going to rub them in. I'm turning them over now. The oil smells nice and garlicky. And we're just going to put a little bit on this side too. Okay, that was a much, but it's okay. It's all good. All right. And I'm going to rinse my hand right quick. I rarely do pork chops, but I decided I wanted to do something a little different. So we're doing pork chops today. I don't use a whole lot of salt on pork chops because it's pork. I just sprinkle just a tad bit on there. And you gotta remember, this sauce has some salt in it too. We're gonna sprinkle our pepper on. And this is just black pepper. And I'm going to sprinkle some of my Italian seasoning. I got this from Aldi. Oh, sprinkling the wrong way, y'all. Stuff flying out the pan. Okay. And I'm going to sprinkle some onion powder. Now, if you want garlic powder, you can put some on. But remember, my oil has garlic in it too, so I didn't want my stuff to be too garlicky. we got that on one side. Then we're gonna flip. I'm gonna use my tongs. Flip it to the other side. And you probably could do this to some of those country style ribs, pork loin, if you have that, some of those tenderloins. I'm sure it would work well for that too. Just a little bit of salt, and we're doing the other side, okay? Just a little bit. Do my pepper. And you want to have your oven, I'm going to preheat mine to 375. And these are going to be in there for, we're going to try 10 minutes at first. And this is my Italian seasoning. And see how that does. Maybe 10, between 10 and 15 minutes. Because we don't want them to get done, but I do want them to cook. And if I need to pour off any of the juice, I want to go ahead and do that before I start putting in my, not putting in my sauce, but applying my sauce to the pork chops. Okay? We're going to put all that out the way. And I'm going to turn my oven on. It should have been on. But I'm going to go ahead and put these in. And once I get them in the oven, I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the sauce. Okay? All right. All right, guys. So I have the pork chops in the oven. And I have this habanero, pineapple habanero sauce. And it's supposed to be for grilling or glazing. So we're definitely going to use them to glaze today. If I can get it open. Our pork chops. There we go. The sauce, let me move you up a little bit. Yeah, I do have a pan of, I forgot I had these in the refrigerator, so. Ooh. Don't look at my sink. Okay. A few dishes in there need to be washed. All right, so yeah, you can see the pot. All right, so the consistency of the sauce, it looks pretty thick, like a barbecue sauce. I like that. Let me taste it. I'm gonna taste it, y'all. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's got a little kick to it, child. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so it's okay. I think I'm going to add, I think I'm gonna put something in it. I'm glad I tasted it because I wasn't going to. I was just gonna put this on there, but I think it needs some help. So I'm gonna help it, okay? I am going to add to this I have some sweet and sour left over from last week. I used I made some more Brussels sprouts, and this is what I had this for. So I think I'm gonna add that to this. I think I'm gonna add a tad bit of balsamic vinegar to it as well. It's hot, but the sweetness, I don't know, it just doesn't have it's hot and sweet, but there's no flavor. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's about what it is. So we're gonna have to add some stuff in here. So I'll put the sweet and sour in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato chicken bouillon. So I'm gonna do probably probably about a good teaspoon. I don't want to overpower it, but it needs something. Put that in there. And I think that is about all. We'll see. Oh, I said balsamic, didn't I? Let me see if I got some balsamic. Yep. I do have some balsamic. Oh, this one's not open. Wait a minute. Oh, here's some. It's already open. Okay, I do have some balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna put some of that in there. That's probably about a good tablespoon. And we're going to incorporate all of that in here. I might end up adding some onion powder in here. We'll see. Now, like I said, I was gonna just use the sauce, but I don't know, it didn't really taste all that spectacular. I mean, it's got the heat in there. I wish I had some pineapple juice to put in here, because I think that's what it's missing. Oh yeah, that tastes better already. Oh yeah, that's gonna be hitting them. And let me see. I think I'm gonna put, if I had honey, I would put it in there. I don't have any, but I do have some of my sugar-free maple pecan syrup. I'm gonna hit it with some of that. And I think that might do. Because it's spicy enough. Just needed something else up in there. Yep. And for my culinary tip for today, I know I usually do it at the end, but don't be afraid to add to. A lot of these store-bought sauces and stuff, sometimes they save you from having to do the sauce yourself. But oh yeah, that's it. A lot of times they don't have the kick or the oomph you want, and you have to be able to add to it. That's where your culinary background is going to come in. And I know a lot of you like culinary background. Well, yeah, your reading of your cookbooks, to know what flavors go with what type of meat, you know, to know when to add acid to a sauce, you know, when you need a little sweetness in the sauce. Let me cut this off. I was just heating it up just to marry everything together. But all of that comes in when you're trying to use maybe a store-bought sauce, like some store-bought barbecue sauce. I mean, hopefully nobody's out there just throwing Heinz or Hunt's barbecue sauce on the meat. I'm hoping y'all not doing that. Most good cooks always add to the sauce. And that's what you have to do. If you want to have a spectacular meal, you're gonna have to become apt at tasting something and see what you, and being able to know what you would need to add to it, or what you need to add to it to make it taste better. That semi-homemade kind of thing going on. Yeah, that tastes pretty good. Yep. So that's what we're doing with that. We're gonna let the pork chops cook. I'm gonna season up these other chops that I had left in the refrigerator that I didn't know I had. We're gonna do them the same way we did the ones in the oven. And that's gonna do. I put enough oil on the pork chop to actually put some on the back of it too. There we go. Wonderful. Let me rinse my fingers off right quick. pork chops cook quick. So I'm going to be able to take those out in a few minutes, guys. And they actually smell good with just the seasoning on them. So we're going to see. Pepper. Italian seasoning. That's a little much. Some good old onion powder. I bet you y'all say, ooh, Twanda loves some onion powder. Yes, I do. I do. I think onion powder makes just about anything taste better. I even put onion powder in my macaroni and cheese. Sure do. When I make it, usually around the holiday. I just flip them over. We're gonna season them again and get these in there too. It's gonna be time for them other ones to come out. So yeah, just don't be afraid to add to your sauces that you get out of the store. Especially like the sauces that I get from I frequent Ross and TJ Maxx and Home Goods too. Those are some of my favorite stores, and one of my favorite aisles to go down other than the cookware aisle is where they keep all the what they call specialty foods. And they have different seasonings in there that, you know, different spice blends and stuff. And those are great to be able to use in cooking. I love to use those. I'm gonna put this on my countertop here. I don't want to scorch it. I had some pads, but they're in the washing machine. All right, so this is what I was talking about. See that juice that came off of there? We're gonna drain that. I'm just gonna put this right in this pot over here. All right, so we've drained that, and it's good and hot. Let me put you down just a tad. There we go. And I think I have a brush in here. At least I had one. Yeah, it's allergy season, guys. I'm gonna have to go and get me some. I hate using Benadryl, but that might be what I have to use. I don't see a brush. I have one. Dang it, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Hold on. I have a little spoon. I'll just use that. Doggone, y'all. I sure had a brush. It's lost in here somewhere. But it's okay. I got a little spoon. I'll just use this. I'll just use this on it. That's fine. All right, so we just spoon some on and kind of do it that way. It's gonna take forever. Do it like that. And I'm putting them back in there for a few minutes and then turn them over. We're gonna do that a couple of times. Well, Probably about 3 or 4 times. Get my meat good and covered. All right. That is going to be delicious. And I'm gonna put this back in. And it'll be about time for them other ones to come out in a few more minutes. All right, so when it's time to switch them over, I will be back. All right, guys, I had to turn the vent on. I know it's loud, I'm sorry. But child, my daughter cooked some mini apple pies the other day, and the juice ran over into my oven. Ran over into my oven, and now it's smoking, child. I'm trying not to cause the smoke detector to come on. I got all my little ceiling fans going. Ain't that something? So we're just putting it on again. As I stated, I apologize for the vent, but I got to do it. Don't want nobody to get mad at me. Smoke alarm going off. All right, so we're gonna put these back in. And these are the other ones. They look good. Now, because they're thin, they're not taking long. Now, if these were thicker chops, you would definitely have to leave them in longer. But these are thin. Essentially, they're really done. But I'm just going to put this glaze on them. Trying to lay my stuff on this paper towel so this glaze won't get all over my counter. Because child, red stuff is hard to get off the counter, okay? Alright, so we are applying some to the back side here. And this is all we might get to do to this. I don't want to overcook them. They weren't even in there for 15 minutes, guys. These thin pork chops, they cook really quick. This is what you would use for like stir fries and all that kind of stuff. Fried rice, that kind of thing. They cook really, really quick. And we're gonna leave it in there. And I'll come back and let you see what it looks like when they're done, okay? All right. All right, guys, we are back. And our first pan of pork chops are done. I'm telling you, it probably took all of maybe 20 minutes. And I think first you're leaving them in there for about, maybe 25. Leave them in for maybe about 10 minutes. Let them get kind of halfway done. Pour the juice off of them. Put your sauce on one side. Put it back in. Let it cook for maybe about 5 minutes or so. Take it out. Flip it over. Put your sauce on the other side. And just keep rotating it. And you're going to do that until you get the doneness and the coverage that you want. Now, keep in mind, if you're using thin pork chops, like I said, they don't take as long to cook. Okay? They don't. They are very quick. So you really want to watch those. You don't want to overcook them. The thick ones, they will take a minute. So this is my pork chop, guys. That thing looks delicious. This is one of my meals for the week. So, you know, probably I will have maybe 2 pieces at a time because they're so thin. And you know, have some good old cauliflower rice or just some good, I'm gonna do some cabbage and some kale. Just have that with it. I mean, it's the the options are endless. I mean, you can, you know, during the week if you get tired of just eating just regular pork chop, you can kind of cut these up and throw them in some rice and have a fried rice. You know, crack an egg in there, have a fried rice. I might do a video show you how quick you can do a fried rice. Ooh, this is a little hot. But you can put this in some fried rice. You know, you can make a sandwich out of this. You know, you can make a hash out of this, you know, with some, well, I don't eat sweet potato, but you can use sweet potato if you want. You can use some, you know, some squash. You can use some cauliflower in the hash. You can use some chopped carrots. You want to be sparing on the carrots if you're keto. Some onions and peppers. You could put this over brown rice. You could put it over basmati rice. I mean, you know, you can eat it with some garlic mashed potatoes if you want. The sky is the limit as long as you have a creative mind and are able to, you know, think outside of the box. You can make it. So that's all I have for you today on this. Some beautiful thin sliced pork chops glazed with my pineapple habanero sauce, which I had to add some stuff to. But hey, that's the name of the game when you're cooking, right? I hope you enjoyed it. If you decide you want to try this recipe, please leave me a comment. Let me know how yours went. I'll be more than happy to hear from you. I love you guys. You have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week.